Testosterone fuels your erections, and if you have problems maintaining it while being intimate with a partner, there's a lot of things you can do to increase your testosterone levels naturally, and there's also a lot of things you can do to decrease them. I've struggled with this issue for years in my first ever relationship, and I will dedicate this channel on sharing all the tools that I now have to solve this issue. Two absolutely crucial components. I really can't overstate the importance of these two things. And the first being water. Absolutely easy to be dehydrated without even noticing it. I had the most problems when I didn't drink enough water on that day or on the day before. If you're dehydrated, your brain will shut down into survival mode and you're done. Your brain has too much problems to help you maintain an erection when you're nearly dead. I know it sounds like an over-exaggeration, but it's really not. If you're thirsty, you're out. It's already too late. And the second crucial component is sleep. And there's a reason I started with that one, because your hydration level actually determines the quality of sleep you get in the night. If you're dehydrated, you will snore. Your biological system doesn't have the resources to do all the things it needs to do while sleeping. One big part of that is resetting your testosterone levels. And if it can't do that in the night, the whole next day you will be depleted of testosterone. Okay, now sleep. You already seen like thousands of videos. Don't use screens for like an hour before going to bed. I know it's hard. I know it really is, but it will help you get something else hard. I really can recommend hearing books like on Audible. I'm on the 7th book of Harry Potter now. Another thing I can recommend is those sleep masks. I really like it because that's another thing nobody realizes or recognizes, that even the smallest amount of light disrupts your sleep. So shutting that off completely, it's like midnight all night. And having these earbuds in the whole night, which I can use to make like rain noise on. And I would also recommend, if you're sleeping with a partner in one bed, try not to cuddle too much with her or him, I don't know, because I realized this myself, that it keeps me from sleeping. Another thing I can recommend is opening the window in your room. I don't know if in your country it is possible to open the window just a little bit from above. Even if it's cold outside, I would still recommend trying it. Pretty good time to get into supplements. First, vitamin D. I take around 5,000 IUs, which helps your dopamine levels, which helps your testosterone levels. Supplement with zinc and magnesium. And this isn't medical advice, by the way, it's just recommendations like I would recommend a friend. And here's a bonus which helps with blood flow, and it's L-arginine base with citrulline. It's the stuff that is in watermelons, for example. Who cares? It helps your blood flow. It just opens up your blood vessels so blood can travel more easily through your veins. Then another thing you should do is not be obese like me, because the fat storages in your gut are sending out a lot of estrogen, the whole body, which inhibits testosterone production. Ideally, you should have 15% body fat to maximize testosterone. And another thing you should absolutely do is lift heavy weights. Strength training is one of the best things you can do for your testosterone. And optimally, you do compound lifts, like the 3 big barbells you do deadlifts or overhead presses. Then let's go to mindset. Testosterone and cortisol are like a seesaw. If one's up, the other is down. Cortisol is the hormone that is released when you're stressed. So you really have to pay attention to your stress. A couple of things you can do to decrease your stress, and it is meditation, gratitude journaling in the morning when you wake up. Set goals for the day and make lists what you have to do, which will structure the chaos in your head, which alleviates stress also, and your mental health will respond to that. Okay, now let's go on to diet. Diet is a really important one. It's pretty simple. Ideally, you shouldn't be undernourished. If you're obese like me and I have to lose weight, it's a different story. But if you're not obese, you should do strength training, which uses up a lot of calories, and you should eat a lot so your body isn't in survival mode. High fat, high protein, high vitamin diet is perfect. You shouldn't eat carbs, like don't eat bread, don't eat pasta, don't eat cake, don't eat anything that has flour in it or is made out of dough. Don't eat anything that has sugar in it. First 2 weeks are going to be tough, but after 2 weeks the cravings will start to go down and your testosterone levels will go up, so you will feel amazing. Eat meat, nuts, every vegetable you can get your hands on. Very watery fruits are good for you. And the other thing you can do to increase testosterone, you have to be confident. The thing is, everybody tells you that confidence is just being okay with who you are, and it's not. Because confidence isn't easily fooled, okay? If you're not confident, there are perfect reasons for that. If you ask yourself, like, real honestly, why you're not confident, your mind will come up with answers like, bam, bam, bam. I'm obese, too lazy to make something out of myself. I could have done more to get better grades, to get a better job, to get more money now, to be more confident. All of those things will come up. And it's okay. It's normal. Everybody will tell you not to listen to those things and just be okay with the way you are. But I will tell you the truth. And the truth is that the truth matters. Okay? Seeing all your inadequacies is good. It's hurtful. But it also isn't the whole truth. Because all the inadequacies you see are just half of the story. The other half of the story is that you have actually really nice strengths, which people like you for. People would love to have. That could be anything. Could be like, I'm a good listener. It could be I have a really accurate self-reflection. All of those things are not nothing. So what I would recommend you do, one thing to boost your self-confidence, like rightly so, is to do a series of like 4 questions. It's a thought exercise which will walk you through what it means to be you. It's hard to describe, but it will help you to figure out who you are and what you have to address and how you can address it. It will motivate you to actually not feel ashamed for the things you're faulty of, but it will give you the energy to tackle those things, and that will boost your testosterone. I can tell you that. I put a link to that thought exercise in the description below. And here's another beautiful thing about testosterone. Testosterone increases when you gather small wins, like when you accomplish things. The bigger the accomplishment, the bigger the increase in testosterone. But you can get the ball rolling really fast. It's like the growth in testosterone is not linear. It's more like exponential. So the thing is, you can start really small with doing things in your room or your house, like cleaning, putting things when you had a coffee back in the cupboard, like cleaning it back in the cupboard. Closing those circles of doing things completely will give you a little bump in testosterone and dopamine, which will give you more of momentum to do the next thing, which is a little bit more, and it will increase your testosterone ever more slightly. And if you pair it with journaling and planning your day, man, you will accomplish a lot, and it will really, really boost your self-confidence, and that ultimately will boost your testosterone. Or the other way around. I think actually the other way around. Oh yeah, fucking increases testosterone as well. But we will get to that when the erection part is solved. I put a link to that thought exercise in the description below.